The house was quiet in a way that made every heartbeat feel louder. Four girls sat together in the living room, legs tucked beneath them, mugs of half-cold coffee resting on the table. From the outside, it looked like a normal evening, soft lamps, rain tapping the windows, a shared home filled with familiar laughter. But inside that room, something fragile and dangerous was growing. Unspoken feelings. Glances that lasted a second too long. Smiles that meant more than friendship. No one dared to say it out loud, yet every one of them felt it. The tension, the warmth, the pull. This wasn't just friendship anymore. It hadn't been for a long time. Ava traced her finger along the rim of her mug, pretending not to notice how Riley's knee brushed against hers. Maya leaned back on the couch, watching Sophia laugh, wondering when that laugh had started to feel like home. Sophia, quiet for once, felt her chest tighten because she loved all three of them, in different ways, equally deep. 4 hearts. 1 house. Too many emotions. They had promised themselves this living arrangement would be simple, safe, temporary. No complications. Just 4 girls sharing rent, chores, and late-night talks. But love doesn't follow rules, and desire doesn't ask permission. As thunder rolled outside, Ava finally spoke the words that changed everything. "Can we stop pretending?" The room froze. No one moved, no one breathed. Because they all knew. Once the truth came out, there would be no going back. Whatever happened next would either break them apart, or bind them together in ways none of them were prepared for. And in that moment, sitting close in the dim light, 4 lesbian girls realized that the scariest part wasn't falling in love. It was falling in love together. The house had been theirs for 6 months. A modest 2-story place in a quiet U.S. suburb, with creaky wooden floors and a kitchen that always smelled faintly of coffee and vanilla candles. It wasn't perfect, but it felt lived in, like a place where stories happened. Ava was the unofficial leader, calm, thoughtful, always pretending she had her emotions under control. She worked remotely, spent too much time overthinking, and had a habit of falling in love silently. Riley was energy, sarcastic, confident, always teasing. She made everyone laugh but never talked about her own fears. She hated silence because silence made her feel things she didn't want to name. Maya was soft-spoken, artistic, emotionally deep. She listened more than she spoke and remembered everything. When she loved fully. Sophia was the quiet strength, protective, observant, and steady. She rarely showed her emotions, but when she did, they were powerful and sincere. They had met in different ways, college connections, mutual friends, shared jobs, but somehow ended up under the same roof, all running from something, all searching for comfort. The first few months were easy. Movie nights on the couch, shared dinners, late-night conversations that drifted into laughter. But slowly, lines began to blur. Ava noticed the way Riley always sat close to her, even when there was plenty of space. Riley noticed how Maya's eyes softened whenever Sophia spoke. Maya noticed how Sophia always waited for her before going upstairs at night. And Sophia noticed everything. One evening, the power went out during a storm. They lit candles, sat on the floor, and talked like they always did. But this time, the air felt different. More honest. More vulnerable. That was when Ava spoke. "Can I ask something?" she said quietly. Everyone looked at her. "Do any of you ever feel like this isn't just friendship anymore?" Silence. Riley laughed nervously. "Wow, just calling us out like that?" Maya's hands trembled slightly in her lap. Sophia didn't look away. "I feel it," Maya admitted. "I've been scared to say it." Riley sighed, running a hand through her hair. "I act like I don't care, but yeah, I care too much." Sophia finally spoke, her voice low. "I didn't want to ruin what we have." Ava's eyes filled with tears. "So we're all feeling the same thing." No one moved closer. No one pulled away. They just let the truth exist. From that night on, things changed. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but gently. Riley started being softer, less sarcastic when it mattered. Maya began expressing her feelings instead of hiding them in art. Ava stopped pretending she was fine all the time. Sophia allowed herself to be vulnerable. Their affection grew in small ways. Hands brushing, lingering hugs, comforting touches during bad days. One night, Maya had a breakdown after a rough call with her family. She sat on the kitchen floor, crying, and before she realized it, all three were around her, holding her, grounding her, reminding her she wasn't alone. That was the night they understood something important. Their love wasn't divided. It multiplied. There was jealousy, yes. Fear, too. They talked through it. Set boundaries. Checked in constantly. Honesty became their rule. And slowly, trust replaced fear. The first kiss happened unexpectedly. Riley kissed Ava during a late-night conversation, impulsive and nervous. Ava froze for a second, then kissed her back, gentle and sure. Maya and Sophia watched, hearts racing, not with envy, but with understanding. Later, Sophia kissed Maya in the hallway, slow and meaningful, like a promise. There were tears, long talks, moments of doubt, but there was also laughter. And love. Real love. They didn't label it at first. They just existed in it, four women learning how to care for each other in a world that rarely made space for love like theirs. Sunday mornings became sacred, so did shared breakfasts and lazy afternoons. The house felt warmer, safer. One evening, sitting together on the couch, Riley whispered, "I've never felt this accepted." Ava leaned into her. "Neither have I." Maya smiled softly. "I think we found something rare." Sophia wrapped her arms around all of them. "Then let's protect it." Outside, the world might not understand, but inside that